Hey everyone, it's Darren. Thanks for stopping in. Today we're going to talk about conditional formatting. Conditional formatting lets you change the format of any of your cells based purely on their values. And what this lets you do is it lets you highlight stuff that you're concerned about, stuff that you want to look at more. Uh, so let's jump right into it here. So here we have scores from a flight school. This is their apparently their most recent flight exam. And here's the data. So we can look at this, and there aren't many, but if there were, say, 10,000 here, it'd be really hard to spot problems. So we're going to pick this. We're going to pick conditional formatting up here and highlight cell rules. And I want to pick anyone greater than. And let's say I want to pick anybody greater than 80, because at that point, they're doing okay, in my opinion. And I want to do a custom format. And you see, you can pick pretty much any of your normal formatting stuff here. So you can change the fonts, you can change the formats, you can change the border, you can change the fill. When I'm trying to highlight things for concerns, I usually find that changing the fill is the easiest. So I'm going to pick green because if they're above 80, it's all good. Okay. So now we see those people who are above 80, they're all doing fine. They're green. I'm not worried about them. Okay, so we can add rules to this. So we can keep adding rules to this. So I want between 60 and 80. I'm starting to get concerned, so I'm going to actually make those yellow. And I see it turned to the two that were between 60 and 80 yellow. Then got one more here. The people who are failing is less than 60, and those I'm going to make red. So if you take your data and as numbers change, if we change this to 45, suddenly it turns red. And now that means that I can just come in here and just glance at this, and immediately I can tell, okay, so Dasher, Vixen, and Comet seem to be having some problems. Comet had a really bad flight, it looks like. Uh, but that tells you where you need to focus your attention. Sometimes, the attention can be bad. Sometimes it can be good. Sometimes you want to see who's doing really well. So, maybe they become employee of the month or something. And it's not just those functions. Let's go ahead and clear this out. So you come up to conditional formatting, and you can pick clear rules. You can do selected cells or the entire sheet. There's actually a lot of different formatting stuff you can do here. You can do top 10, bottom 10, and these aren't just 10. They'll actually open up options to change the number, the percentage. Above average, below average. You've got data bars here, so we can fill in data bars. And this gives you that kind of graphical representation. It's kind of automatically builds a bar graph for you. So we have a couple other things here that we can do. Let's go ahead and clear that rule. And we can also do color scales here. So this kind of gives us a scaled version of what we manually did. It shows, Rudolph had a great flight. He got 100. Comet is still red because he got a 0, and it grades from top to bottom, and you can do that automatically. And again, as stuff changes, all of these will change, so that the colors will just change automatically. And again, if you want to change what you're looking at, you can always just come in here and change it. Maybe you want different shades of green instead of the red. That's fine. Uh, So these are actually really handy things to have when you have a lot of data coming in and you want to be able to spot, what's going on, and you just want to be able to glance at it and see. And that's all it's used for. It also makes it really easy when you hand a report up to management, for example. Management will look at this and they'll see, all my problem ones here are in red. Okay, those are the ones I have to look at. So that's about all there is to conditional formatting. And remember, if you do make a mistake, you can come down here and manage rules. and you'd see a list of rules that are applied, and you can change them. Uh, if you want to just get rid of everything, you can clear the rules either for the selected cells or for the entire sheet. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of those. Uh, and that's about all there is to it. So uh, it's a really useful function when you have a lot of data, especially if your data is changing. So you don't have to actually like sit here and read line by line by line to see what's going on. If you learned anything from the video, please hit like and subscribe and hit the notify button to be notified when new videos come out. I also have a Patreon page. It's patreon.com/data analysis excellence. Thanks again for stopping by.